All to Jesus I surrender all.
Hey everyone, my name's Tanika. Welcome back. If you're new here, I'm basically talking about how my husband and I moved out of the country. It's been a month. We are now currently living in Medellín, Colombia. So I want to say thank you guys for watching the first video, and I really appreciate the comments, the support. And I heard you, I hear you. I know that you guys want vlogs and you want to see a day in the life of and us moving around, and I'm working on it. That is totally out of my area. This is out of my area, but this I can do because I'm sitting still and it's only a couple minutes. But having a camera just going around I know it's normal now because of society, but for me, it's really not normal. So I'm trying. Just give me a minute. Because I had a couple of people message me directly like, girl, why are you not vlogging? We need to see vlogs. And I'm like, I feel judged, but I'm working on it. So hopefully that is what's gonna come out next. But thank you guys for coming back. Like I said, I wanted to make a video. My next video was going to be me talking about maintenance that I have done here, beauty maintenance that I have done here while living in Medellín, Colombia. And like anything else, everybody's experience is different, so don't take mine. Make sure you're reading reviews. Make sure you're doing your own research. I think that is probably the most important thing. I always, restaurants, anything that I'm doing here, I'm looking at Google reviews. And if they're bad, yeah, no. I don't care if it was nice a year ago, the last 3 to 6 months, if it's a bad experience, it's not for me because I don't want to find out. Especially because I know there's a language barrier and there's going to be chances that I go to some of these places and they don't speak English. I don't want no problems. I just don't. So that's my first tip, is make sure that you are always doing research, Google reviews, whatever else platform you can possibly use. Go ahead and use it just to make sure that you are one being safe. So while we were getting ready to come here, I had a friend reach out and she was kind of asking me like, okay, so you're going to Colombia so long, what are you going to get done? And I'm like, what do you mean? It didn't even dawn on me that people are coming out. Well, I know people come out of the country to have surgeries. That's normal. But I wasn't thinking Colombia. I hear like DR and other places, even as far as Turkey. But I didn't think Colombia. So of course I went to TikTok, started searching. And I do see that a lot of people do travel here to do surgeries. I guess which in some sense could be reassuring, because then at least I know the doctors and stuff like that are really good here. But that was not what I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But it did prompt me to think about some of the things that I wanted to do in the States that I haven't done because it's probably just too much, or I just haven't had time. And I know that now because I have a little more time on my hands, that is possible. So with that being said, one of the things that I wanted to do was to do a deep cleaning and teeth whitening. More so teeth whitening. I do go to the dentist. And actually in January was supposed to be my appointment. I had to cancel it because I was here. So it just worked out perfect that I was going to be getting a teeth cleaning anyway. But I was like, okay, so what did I do? I went to Google, I started researching, and I believe the place that I found the name, if I might be wrong, but I think it's like Smile Medellín. And it was, all the reviews were 5 stars. I saw that there was a lot of people actually traveling from out of state coming here to do dental work, whether it was veneers, teeth whitening, Invisalign, like everything that we would normally do, they came here. So people would fly out every 6 months to do some type of work. And that just goes to show that obviously it's a lot cheaper down here, okay? Because if you were gonna book a ticket to come here to get your teeth clean, or do something, I don't even think people are doing like teeth cleaning, but maybe like a root canal or a crown or something like that is kind of what I'm thinking, that they would fly over here to do some type of surgery, oral surgery. So I reached out, well, my husband reached out to them and we scheduled an appointment and we went in for a deep cleaning and teeth whitening. And I'm very big on oral hygiene. Like, it's a pet peeve of mine, like, for real. Like, I'm flossing religiously. I just feel like this area here for me says a lot about how I take care of my body. That's just me. I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, so I want to share my experience. And like I said, everybody's experience is completely different. And I'm gonna tell you, okay, I'm gonna just tell you, and then we could talk about it. We'll chop it up as I go through the story. So made the appointment through WhatsApp, very professional. They spoke to us. They was probably using Google Translate and we understood everything. My husband and I, we took a Uber over, and there was no paperwork or anything to fill out like what we would normally do in the States. It was very basic paperwork, like name, email address, phone number, stuff like that. Nothing too like asking for background. And I think that was also because we wasn't doing any type of surgery, so they didn't need to go too far back with us. As soon as we got there, very welcoming, took us upstairs. We were both in the rooms next door, wasn't in the room together. And the dental hygienist didn't speak English. Now, because I'm very familiar with getting my teeth cleaned, it wasn't really a big deal. But I think the type of person, what I realize about myself is, even though I know what's happening, I like you to talk me through the process. And she was saying everything to me in Spanish. So that kind of made it a little more challenging. Like, you know, she's probably saying, she's gonna move the seat back, but because I didn't understand, the seat just went back. She handed me the glasses. I know I was supposed to put the glasses on, you know, stuff like that, that they would normally tell you step by step what they were doing. She couldn't do that, or she did do it, but I didn't understand. She just had to start moving me back for me to be like, oh, okay, she said we're sitting back now. So stuff like that. The cleaning was very normal, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that made me feel uncomfortable or anything like that. You know, the regular, get the plaque, floss, brush, exit, look at the teeth, the dentist. So when the dentist came in, she spoke English, which was good, because I was like, okay, because I thought we was just going to go through this whole process. Like, the teeth cleaning for me, not speaking English made sense. But when we went to the teeth whitening, I was kind of like, okay, so how does this work? What are y'all using? What are the side effects? I expected to have someone tell me something before just starting. And the dentist came in, she introduced herself, looked at my teeth, said everything looks good. I'm doing a good job, blah, blah, blah. And then she started kind of explaining the experience to me, like what would happen. They're gonna put something on my teeth. She probably said the name, but I can't remember right now. And I'm assuming that's the teeth whitening. They're gonna protect my gums, and I'm gonna be sitting there for about 20 minutes while it do what it do, okay? So the whole process was pretty smooth. I didn't have any issues. One thing I will say, after we were done with the session, my husband said he experienced some kind of like sensitivity. And I don't know if somebody out here got to know what I mean by teeth sensitivity. And so it took after the session for my husband to be like, one of my tooth feel kind of funny. And she was like, oh, it's sensitive. So for the next 24 hours, you might have some type of sensitivity to something cold, which isn't normal for me or him. We don't normally have any type of sensitivity to our teeth. So we're like, okay, that's different. I personally felt like that was something that I would have liked to have heard before. Would I have walked out and said, oh no, absolutely not? No, but I feel like it would have been one of the things that you wanted to tell your clients beforehand. Like, after this process, you're going to have a little bit of teeth sensitivity. This is normal, blah, blah, blah. Because I felt like my husband was like, what the heck is happening? What's going on? Why is this you know what I'm saying? So that is probably my only thing. But what I did come to realize, me personally, I wouldn't go out of the country to have any type of surgery, like a major surgery, unless I know the whole team speaks English. That's the nurse, the doctor, whoever else is part of the team. I couldn't see myself doing some type of surgery and not feeling comfortable, not fully understanding the entire process. Just like I said in the beginning, even though I know the steps, I would just like you to tell me so I know, okay, this is normal. This feeling is normal. You understand what I'm saying? Hopefully you get what I'm saying. So that's just for me. I don't know how. I've never had a surgery, and I definitely haven't had any type of body work or anything done. So I don't, and especially out the US. So I don't know if they explain everything step by step or their team actually speaks English. But for me, I'll stick to home, because yeah, we can understand each other. If something ain't right, I could be like, listen, I got a pain. What is this pain? And by this time, if I got to try to put it in Google Translate, I'm already panicking. I know me. So that is that. But 5 stars. Other than that, I would go back. Honestly, if I was here and I was living here, that would be my dentist, because I felt very comfortable once I understood. And then I'm not always going to be getting my teeth whitened. So it wouldn't stop me. But as far as, how she took care of me when she was cleaning my teeth, I was like, yeah, this is pretty much like home. There was nothing different. And she was very detailed. That is what I could tell you. Like, this lady was making sure she got everything. And I love that. I was like, yes, sis, go ahead, do what you do. I could tell you like your job. So that was a plus for me. So that was my experience with the dentist here in Medellín, Colombia. And then everything else have been pretty standard. I went to the chiropractor as well. So back home, my family and we are on a chiropractor plan. And that is just something I've been actually going for maybe like 5 years, to be honest with you. And I stepped it up a little more once I got pregnant with my last son, because if you're a mom and you go through pregnancy, you know how much the body changes. And I just had some really bad back pains during my pregnancy. So after my pregnancy, I continued with it. It's just one of the things that I had to speak with my husband about including it in the budget, because for me, it's major. Like, it really makes a difference in my posture. I was somebody growing up, I had lower back issues, and we just never took care of it. It was just kind of the way of life. And honestly, I feel like people don't really go to the chiropractor unless they're in an accident or there's a referral or something like that. But honestly, going to a good chiropractor really makes a difference in your body. Like, oh my gosh, I stand 10 toes down on a good chiropractor. So coming here, I wanted to make sure that I also experience what that would feel like. And I found another company on Google, 5-star reviews all the way through. So back home, I go bi-weekly, and I'm in a payment plan type of thing, plan program, whatever you want to call it. And I love where I go back home. But baby, when I tell you, this place here gives my place back home a run for their money. Easy. Like, this place in Medellín is called Atlas Chiropractor. Let's take a moment. They are so detailed and so good. Okay, so let's get into it. So I made my appointment, went in, he asked what our problem areas are, and I'm gonna just talk about my experience, because it's only my body, so I can only tell you. My entire family went except the baby. And we did an exam. The exam is part of it. First of all, that makes sense, because I was like telling my husband, we don't need no exam. We know what the issue is. I know what the problem is, but it makes sense for you to do a small exam. And the exam was not as detailed like what I thought it was going to be. It was very simple. It was just kind of like him looking at my back, it wasn't like an x-ray or anything like that. Just kind of hearing history and problematic areas, right? I'm trying to figure out how I can explain this experience to you. So, okay. So even to the adjustment, because what I realized is, even though it was the same way I get adjusted home, one or two things, just moving my arm back or moving my shoulder in a different way, aligned different things. So he was able to see that one of my legs, which is normal, first of all, before I say this, one of my legs were longer than one. That's because one, maybe my hip, my muscles could be a little tighter than the other. Normally people usually walk around like this, and you don't know unless you go to a chiropractor. That's the first thing. So I had a lot of tension in my shoulders and just my lower back pain because of my sacrum was shifted. This sounds, well, you know what, we adults, so we know our bodies go through things, and that could be caused from just sitting all day, not moving, not stretching, which is very important. Stretching is very important. Let me say that. And then of course drinking water and stuff like that. But I went in, I got my adjustment, and it was like when he got to the neck, baby, when he got to this neck, it was something else. It was something else. Like, my chiropractor back at home. I love y'all, in case this video ever make it and y'all see this, but this was to another level. And I wish I could give you more details, but let me tell you, my body just felt amazing. Matter of fact, I went today. So today is my second time going, and I was really tensed in my shoulder, like I said before, and he did something crazy that I have never experienced in my 5 years of going to the chiropractor. He wanted to just kind of align my vertebrae all together. Now, my kids said they seen this on TikTok, but I haven't seen it. So it was very new. You have to just lay straight out. It's called the ringer, which doesn't really sound nice. They use a towel, and the other chiropractor came in, helped my legs, and then he just gave my neck a tug with the towel. Don't try that at home, please. And just down my back, my spine, it was it felt so good. Let me tell you, everybody has to experience that, because like I said, we just get these wear and tears on our bodies that we just don't know about. Like, some of us walk around in pain and think that it's normal, and it's really not normal. Like, it's not normal, nor does it feel good. I feel, just walking out of there, I said to him, I was like, this wouldn't be the reason why I move here, just so that I could see you. Now, because I'm in a program at home, the price is all bundled together. But for that whole experience, it was $50 US. So it's like about $45. To get adjusted. Normally, a chiropractor ranges between 50 to 80 depending on where you go and what exactly you're doing, but they are just $50. To me, $50 to get my body together, get my posture together, make me feel better, I'm gonna pay the $50 every time. No ifs, ands, or but about it. And that was one of the reasons why I said to my husband, I need this in the budget, because I see the importance of how I move every day, carrying a toddler, moving around, sitting, just slouching, constantly looking down at our phones. We do something to our neck. It needs to be in the budget. And to me, this place was amazing. So I highly recommend Atlas Chiropractor if you're ever in Medellín. Tell them Tanika, the Jamaican girl. We talk about Jamaica every time. These are two French men that have not been to Jamaica, but they are obsessed with Jamaica. And I love that. So check them out as well. Now, those were the only two big things that I really did here. The rest of the stuff are like my eyelashes. So I found this place, it's called Lux Eyes. Got my refill actually yesterday. So when I first made the appointment, they suggested that I take everything off and start over. And for a full set was $60 US. Now, the current place that I go to, I pay my husband's gonna watch this and he's gonna be like, you pay what for eyelash extensions, woman? But baby, this don't listen to this one. I think I normally pay like $170 for my eyelash extensions for a brand new set, and they charged $60 US. It was very luxurious, very nice. I mean, everywhere I've gone so far, I could always say the place is clean, they're welcoming, they're nice, and $60 is amazing. I got a refill yesterday, I got a fill in, and that was about $29. So let's just round it up and say 30, because it was like $29.64 or something like that. So let's just say $30. And it actually might be less because I got my eyebrows thread. And let me tell you, the lady she didn't speak English. At my chiropractor, they speak English. So the lash place, they do not speak English here. So she had asked me, I told her to thread, because I normally do thread on my brows. And she was like, okay, she said something about my face, and I didn't know what she meant. I just assumed we was talking about the same thing. And I was like, see, child, this woman started waxing my face. I mean, not waxing, started threading my face, like the mustache up top of the lip. She was going at it, which is normal because I've done that before. But what I'm trying to say is for $30, that also included waxing. I mean, why do I keep saying waxing? Threading my upper lip, threading my brows, and also doing my lashes. And I keep it very simple. It was like a classic set cat eye type of fill-in, which is shorter up front, a little longer towards the back. And I think wispy was a little more, and go ahead and get the wispy. Like, what you gonna pay, 35, 32? It's worth it. Like, I enjoyed that experience as well. One thing I can say here is the services are a little, they work slow. Not slow like bad slow, but slow. Just know that it's not like US Fast where they are trying to get you in and out because they have someone else. They schedule you accordingly. There is no walk-ins. Everything is based on scheduling, and they will take their time. And I appreciate you taking your time with me. So I just know that you're just not trying to get me in and out to get the next person. I kind of feel valuable. I feel like, okay, you value having me here and you're going to make sure I have a good time. And all three of the experiences that I've mentioned before, they always, are you okay? Is everything okay? When you go to the eyelash place, the first thing they ask you, do you want tea, coffee, or water or soda? I always go with water because I don't know where you're getting your hot water from. I just keep it simple. I'll take some water, please. I love that they serve you even though you're the one coming there, which would make sense, right? For you to have good customer service because I'm paying for that type of service. So that is that with the eyelash. And then I also got my nails done. Please excuse my Paw Patrol Band-Aid. I nipped myself with the knife today in the kitchen and I got on my son's Band-Aid. But I did my nails here as well. And when I went there, also found them on Google, 5-star reviews all throughout. There was no issue or complaint, which is very rare because, you know, normally when you in the States and you look up these places, the reviews are not no 5 stars. It's usually like 4.3 or 4.4, or she didn't listen to me, or this is not what I wanted. She went too deep in my cuticles, stuff like that. Now let me talk about my nail artist back home. I love her. That's a friend. She is my friend. I do not just go to her, pay her my money, and we don't talk. Like, we have deep conversations. That's my home girl, okay? That's my girl. And every time she does my nails, I'm always satisfied. There's never an issue. And I don't also feel like she's rushing me in and out. She schedules me in and we have great conversations. She does my nails and then I'm off. I text her during the week. So this is not just a business transaction. This is actually a friend. But here, the nail salon that I went to was beautiful. Like, it was very clean, the decor of the place, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna put some video content in here as well so you can see some of these places, or maybe in the vlog that you can see these places that I'm talking about. When I went to the nail salon, made the appointment for me and my girls, and we went in, and I'm not gonna lie, I was really taken back by how good it looked inside, because you just don't know what to expect. You know, I expect a certain standard, but this standard of this beauty nail salon really blew me away. Like, it had me thinking like, maybe I could open a nail salon at home and have something like this, because it was very luxurious, right? Even to the pedicure bowl and how they do their pedicure was like a jelly type thing, soaking. They gave me tea, coffee, you know, the same thing, tea, coffee, and beer. Not beer. I don't even know why beer came out of my mouth. Tea, coffee, and water. But some champagne would have taken it to the other level, honestly. Not for me, but for somebody else that wants some, you know, a long day and they feel like they can have a bubbly. But anyways, I digress. that experience was very great too. So on my nails, I do hard gel. These are my natural nails, and my homegirl Tay has always been taking care of my nails. Since I've been to her, I have not had the need to. She's like, listen, we're gonna put hard gel on your nails. They're gonna grow out, and you are actually gonna take care of your nails. And that's what I loved about her, because normally anytime I went to somewhere else or a Vietnamese shop, they're so quick to want to put tips on. And I just love that she was like, no, we're gonna actually take care of your nails. And that's what we've been doing ever since I've gone to her. So I was a little nervous about going to a nail salon here. I was kind of thinking, oh, they're gonna tell me that I need to put acrylic on, and they're gonna tell me, okay, we're gonna have to cut it down and put tips on. And I didn't know what to expect, but I was like, she asked me, did you want acrylic? And I was like, yeah, because I have hard gel, but you probably don't do that here. And she was like, hard gel? Of course. Hard gel is popular here. And I guess, I don't know if it's really popular back home, but the fact that they had hard gel here was perfect. It's my normal thing, right? And so she was able to get to work. Her work was very good, very detailed. It did take a long time though, because I think my appointment was at 5. I didn't get home until like 8. It was a long time, but like I said, they take their time. And as she's servicing me, she's still asking, do you want water? Do you want this? How is this shape? How do you like that? Do you want your cuticle clipped? You know, she's asking everything along the way. And that could also be because she don't know me and she don't know how I like my nails done, which I appreciate, because with my almond, I do like them a little pointier versus is that an oval? The oval almond shape, or the almond shape. I do like to have a little pointier look to it, cut it down and shape it and stuff like that. And with that being said, the price of that was about $40. You really can't beat that. Like this was giving me 90s prices. Like, you remember back in the day when you could get a full set for $20 and, you know, including the pedicure would be like 15, or where I went in Boston, and that was it. And it included design. That's what I felt like. It was giving me 90s prices. And as much as I love everything, you know, cost of living in the US, prices go up. I get that. That totally makes sense. And then when you're doing a service and you're buying the supplies and nail polish, you have to charge accordingly. But I can say there has been a huge increase in nail work, nail art, and all the stuff that they're able to do. The prices definitely increase, because some days I've gone to, I'm trying to think, I went to a nail salon one time, and I think I paid up to like over $100 over my nails. Or normally, I'm trying to think normally what I do pay, but I really can't remember, and I don't want to lie to you, but it's probably like between $70, $80, I think, I can't remember, but it's not $40. But like I said, I love my homegirl back home, but here it was $40 US to get hard gel. I guess that was a hard gel refill, and then the design on my nails. And then I also try to keep it simple, because I didn't know, and I didn't want to you know, end up leaving like, this is horrible, and I should have just whatever. But that was not my experience. And I also met another girl there, was traveling from Canada. She was there as well. She was excited to find a very good nail salon, so we chopped it up. She told me about a Jamaican restaurant that she found and all that good stuff. Even if people are traveling here or they live here, they're very nice. Like, I feel like people's attitude change once they're out the country and they're not just in their normal routine. Everyone's usually pretty nice. Like, the Uber drivers are very nice. It's so strange, but it feels so good to just where people are just nice. It feels good. Let me see, what else did I do? Okay, so I got my underarm waxed. I got my underarm waxed at the nail salon, and yeah, it was okay. I usually get waxed, body wax, but based on how she was roughing with my underarms, I knew that's where sis needed to stop. We wasn't gonna do nothing else on my body. Just leave it like that. I could take the pain, how she was doing it with my underarms, but my lady parts, no, we wasn't gonna do that. So that is probably the only things that I have gotten done here so far, I'm trying to make sure I'm covering everything and prices. And you can see a difference in price. And more importantly, you see a difference in service. And I think that is the biggest thing for me, is that I complain some of the times that some of these places that I go to home, they charge you so much and they're rude, they're late, they're mean. I also got my hair braided here. Oh my gosh, how could I forget about that? So I got my hair braided. I'm actually in the process of talking with a new braider here in Medellín. I got my hair braided in Cartagena at the TikTok viral spot called Dreca. And so to get my hair braided, it was about $60. It was probably like $45. The reason why I'm having a trouble remembering is because I paid for me and my girl, so I'm trying to split it up. But my daughter got boho with human pieces, and then I think, so honestly, I feel like it was probably like $55 to braid my hair. $55. You know how much we paying for braids back home. Sometimes my braids range from $300, $250, $50. And this lady here who I'm currently talking to, her braids are $40. And that is, we're talking, going back and forth right now about boho braids with synthetic pieces, and I'm trying to find out if I bring human hair to add for the human hair pieces, what the different cost would be. So that is all of it. But that right there, the braids alone, before I go home, that's what I said. Before I go back to the US, I'm gonna get my hair done again, because that alone trumps everything that I told you. The fact that I was able to pay $50 for braids here versus paying $350 or $250. Let's say knotless waist length would be like $250. And the fact that I was able to pay $50 here is just absolutely worth it. It's so crazy to me. And with Dreca's experience, I did the VIP room where me and the girls could be together, all together, while they were braiding our hair. And it took maybe like 5-6 hours, and the same thing. Water, soda, snacks was provided. The VIP room just allows you to have a TV to yourself, and so that you just have that experience, versus in the other big room, it's just a whole bunch of chairs and you're just getting your hair braided. There's no TV. You just kind of get your hair done. I did the VIP experience because I just wanted us to be in an intimate setting, and that also probably brought up the cost, but it was worth it for me anyway, because if I'm paying $50, or I think it was $70 for Mia's hair and $50 for me and Michaela's hair, then why, for us to be together to have a conversation. What I didn't want was one to be on that side of the room, the other one to be on that side of the room, and then when I'm asking, are you okay? How do you like your hair? Are you hungry? I wouldn't be able to talk with them, and then they didn't have any Wi-Fi. So I was just like, yeah, VIP me, please. I'm the type of girl, at where I'm at in life, charge me for convenience. I will absolutely pay. So I want to be with my kids at all time, so I can make sure that they are comfortable and they are okay as well. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you watching till the end, and let me know what else you'd like to talk about. Like I said, I'm working on the vlog, so I'm hoping that's going to be the next video that you will see. Or if that's not, I'm hoping that it will be out and you will be able to see how we move around daily while living here. Let me know what else you want to know about Medellín. And if I think of anything else, I will be back. But stay blessed, enjoy yourself, enjoy life, enjoy family, because I definitely am doing that. And I appreciate you guys. So make sure you share, like, subscribe, all the stuff that they tell you to do. Y'all know what to do already. Go ahead and do it. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.